Good morning, 6:01 on this Friday. A bridge connecting Mission and Hope remains closed this morning as crews perform structural repairs, and thousands of motorists are now being left with a detour that adds at least an hour in each direction to their commute. One of the support piles on the Dewdney Slough Bridge has weakened, creating a 10-inch dip in the bridge deck. The Ministry of Transportation says the bridge is not expected to collapse. The span on Highway 7 will be closed for a couple of days as engineers assess the structure and make the necessary repairs. Traffic is being rerouted to Highway 1, and that is going to take a lot more time for drivers.
You'd have to go all the way up to Bridal Falls, and then cut back across and then back down in, because there's gravel pits on the other side of the bridge that, you know, they're serving the Vancouver area, right? So that's going to really hurt their bottom line. The logging trucks, it's going to be the same thing. They have to go all the way around now and come back in to the mills that are on the river on this side. So I'm glad I don't drive a truck.
The Highway 1 improvement project is finally complete, and so is construction of the new 10-lane Port Mann Bridge, which has been up and running for 3 years. Up to 125,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day. Travel times are now being displayed on 8 overhead signs along Highway 1 to show the benefits of the improved Port Mann Bridge. BC's Transportation Minister says the average commuter is saving about 40 minutes per day in travel time on the route. Fire crews were kept busy in downtown Vancouver overnight after smoke was seen billowing in the area. Crews were called to Burrard and Davie Streets at around 3:30 this morning. The damage was primarily done to this business, but the extent of the destruction still not known right now. Doesn't appear that anyone was injured, and the cause is also under investigation. Well, the second debate of the federal election campaign was held in Calgary last night, featuring 3 of the main party leaders.
Canadian economy.
Mr. Harper,
that's why among our investments, full well,
Mr. Harper,
Conservative leader Stephen Harper, NDP leader Tom Mulcair, and Liberal leader Justin Trudeau clashed and spoke over each other in a debate that dealt mainly with the economy. Each leader repeated their party platform and attacked the economic plans of the other 2.
But the essence of our plan is making sure that we make investments that we can afford. The other parties are trying to tell us they will deal with the challenges of our economy, of our labor market, of international markets, by raising taxes and running deficits to finance vastly increased amounts of spending. That is not the way to protect our economy in this environment.
Mr. Harper put all of his eggs into one basket, and then he dropped the basket. 400,000 well-paid manufacturing jobs lost on his watch. There are now 300,000 more Canadians without a job than when the recession hit in 2008. So we have a plan to kickstart the economy, to grow manufacturing jobs, work on innovation. We want to drop the taxes of Canada's small and medium-sized businesses because they create 80% of new jobs in this country.
Some people believe the person who won last night's debate was the one who was not invited to attend. Green leader Elizabeth May was in Victoria, where she weighed in on every topic over Twitter. Her video post received more than 14,000 retweets.
You started running deficits before the 2008 financial crisis hit. Our first quarter in deficit was before September 2008. It's easy to get to deficit if you cut taxes and increase spending, which is what you did. You inherited a healthy economy. You inherited surpluses. You're going to leave your successor with a weak economy with increased debt and deficits.
A massive Legion Veterans Village is about to be built on Royal Canadian Legion land in Surrey. More than 20 stories of assisted living, a community garden, and a research centre will all be included in this facility. The project is expected to enter into its development stage by the fall of next year. Retired Captain Trevor Green was on hand for this announcement. He sustained a massive brain injury after an axe attack in Afghanistan in 2006. He's been taking his first steps with technology never before used, and experts say those steps signal a new era for Canadian veterans and their recovery.
Legion was fabulous at this. They sent out the call, and almost immediately the money started flowing in. They're fabulous. And they raised 100 grand for this machine.
The Vancouver Police Department has sworn in 13 new members from the latest recruitment class. The officers were given their badges and took the oath of office yesterday.
Well, I've been born and raised in Vancouver, so I'm looking forward to serving the community that I've lived in my whole life. Initially, when I applied, that was one of my biggest reasons, especially Vancouver. You know, I love the community I live in.
Well, the retail landscape of downtown Vancouver is changing this morning. Nordstrom is set to open its brand new location at Pacific Centre. The massive 230,000 square foot store at Robson and Howe is in a newly designed building which used to be the home of Sears. It has several amenities, including a cocktail lounge, a coffee bar, even a full-service restaurant. Nordstrom has hired more than 940 employees to operate this store, the third store in Canada. Retail analysts say Nordstrom's arrival is set to change the retail scene in downtown Vancouver and could spell trouble for places like Holt Renfrew and Hudson's Bay.
Certainly from a staffing point of view, what Nordstrom really is known for, and it's really going to, I think, make an impact, is their focus on service and serving everybody, not sort of being judgmental. And part of that is having a number of service people on the floor at any one time. That's going to be the part that we'll see if the dollar has any impact and if they pare back on it.
Well, we have a new contender for the Great Pumpkin Commonwealth. Giant pumpkin grower Jeff Peltier's Great Gourd weighs around 1,000 pounds, but he's hoping it can pack on another 200 pounds before he has this thing weighed on October the 3rd. It'll then be decided who holds the title for the largest pumpkin in BC, then the country, and then the entire world.
Some really good pumpkins. She's in the running for probably top 10. There's a couple of competitive and commercial growers that have some big ones. I know there's a grower in Langley. I think he's got 6 pumpkins over 1,300 pounds now.